dear friends. Got it. I promised to you, my dear friends, to share two things which will influence your life and which is very easy to actually do, very easy. So one thing is this. I don't know how to show you this. You probably, it's not so easy to understand what it is.
Mushrooms.
Yes, absolutely.
Dry mushrooms or something.
Yeah, it's called Chanterelle, I think. I can send you the link to Wikipedia about this mushroom, Chanterelle. But this mushroom is very magical because it lets you get rid of all the living forms inside of you which you don't want to have. All the type of parasites which we have inside, they are dying because of this mushroom, but it's not harming people at all. So I knew for many years about it, but of course I was too lazy to use this stuff. But what I did approximately 2 weeks ago, I started taking this mushroom. And what I did powder out of it using coffee grinder. And I take approximately 1/10 of a teaspoon 3 times a day with the water, like this of water in a glass. And during you eat, because you cannot do it without food, my body at least feels not so good, my stomach, if I take it without food. So what's happening after, I don't know, 1 hour, when I took it first time, I stopped eating sweets at all. I just don't want sweet at all. Anything. I don't want junk food. I don't want any like potatoes, bread, anything which is unhealthy. You just automatically don't take. It's amazing. You just take it once. It's not 1 month. It's not 1 week. It's one time. And immediately you get rid of it. Then after approximately 2-3 days, something happened with my mind and it became very clear, you know, like brain fog was removed. And actually I read in one book before that parasites, they can manage our mind. If we have lots of them, they are a civilization, actually. They're smart, intelligent, and it's like another planet inside of us. And they can take advantage of us. They can make you eat sweets. They can make you eat bread or cakes. They can influence our habits. For example, they can not want you to do exercise. They can do many things with that. And also they influence our mind. And after 2 or 3 days, after I was taking this control get out. And I was amazed how clear was my mind. Like really very nice. And I still have it. I still have this feeling that nobody is in my head. And after approximately 1 week, my weight decreased. I got rid of extra weight, which I didn't want. And now I have like nice weight. Now I don't need more or less. And I will be taking it for 1 month. And then I will have break for 2 months, and then I will take it again. And I watched in YouTube that one guy in Russia did it, and he had very nice results with many parts of his body. He was feeling better, thinking better, and sleeping better. Everything was better, really. And he was just taking a couple of mushrooms 3 times a day. So I decided to do the same, and result is amazing. So I just wanted to share it with you. I have a big bag I can send you. But you can buy it on iHerb, you can buy it everywhere. You can buy it in any stores in dried shape or in grinded shape. It's like very common mushroom. It's everywhere. So it was the one thing. And it really influenced my life a lot. Another thing, I was watching very short, like 4 minutes video of Brian Tracy. And he's famous business guru. He's teaching sales. He's teaching how to make money, how to set goals. In that very short video, he said Guys, if you want to be like rich, successful, and everything, whatever you want, I want you to do very short and very simple exercise. When you wake up in the morning, you can take a piece of paper and put down 15 goals which you have. Whatever comes to your mind, whatever you want to reach in this life, but you need to do it in the present tense as you already have it. Like, I drive my perfect car, I walk with my beautiful partner, I live in my beautiful house, like this. And just keep it somewhere. You don't need to memorize it, you don't need to read it, whatever. Next morning, you take another piece of paper and you just do it again from scratch. You don't need to read what you did yesterday, just do it again. And you need to do it for 30 days, this routine, which is actually very nice to do. So, and he said, after it, I will not tell you what will happen, but you will like it. And your life will be different. So, okay, I trusted this guy. I tried to do the same and I had really wonderful results. Like, I cannot even explain. I don't want to mention exactly what happened, but so many things happened during this time. And I'm sure that it's connected to this very simple, like that easy exercise. So I recommend you to do the same. Just make a try and you will watch what will happen. And after it, I started even reading books by Brian Tracy because he is really a magician. For 30 days, Parvati, 1 month. He is really a magician. He is not just a business teacher or something. So it was my second thing, which changed my life a lot. Yeah, Brian Tracy. I can put it down. You can find a lot about this guy everywhere. He's very famous. So actually, it was the second thing, which is very easy to do and very efficient. And now, actually, we wanted to work with Sinem's family line. And I don't know, to do a very short introduction into family line healing. I don't want to make it long because actually it's 100% practical. And maybe Veronica will add something because she even more experienced than I am, because she completely healed my family line and I didn't completely heal her family line. So she's little
I
more...
never forget. We'll get back to it. Don't worry.
I'm not sure about it. But anyway, what I know about family line healing, that the main thing is to discover what is wrong. And usually what can be wrong? It can be, for example, break between generations, when a child had a conflict with a father or with a mother, and it stops the energy to flow from parents to children. So you can compare the family line to a tube, and energy is going through this tube from your ancestors, and ancestors take it from the universe, like pure energy. It goes through your ancestors, and at some place it can be distorted, at some place it can be even stopped to go towards you in your female part of your family line or in your male part of your family line. So you need to discover what is wrong and fix it, because anyway, all the troubles which your family line had, they are transferred to you, because a family line, it's like a living entity, and it has some tasks, it has some problems. And if your ancestors did not heal something, it means you need to do it. If you don't do it, it means your children will need to do it, and so on. So it's never stopped. It will come and our job is to fix it. And also with Veronica, we discovered in practice that it's very efficient to connect to a healthy level of family line. So you need to find which level is absolutely healthy. Healthy means good family, good job, happy life, everything is fine. Like really, life is totally good. And then you can connect yourself to this ancestor directly. You can say, okay, you do a constellation. You say, okay, you are my ancestor. Accept, please, me as your descendant, and I accept you as my ancestor. But you will see it in practice. I am just describing now. And then you make this connection, and very powerful pure energy is coming towards you after you do it. It's like very powerful thing. Sometimes you need even a week to process what will happen next. And also, what can actually go wrong in the family line? It can be alcohol, it can be death, like death from sickness or murder. It can be abortion. It can be some like traumatic thing which is should be healed. But usually, when you work with family line, you do set of constellations. It's lots of constellations, and in each constellations you work actually with the subconscious mind of your ancestors, and your ancestors actually tell you what to do. So this job is very simple. You just go step by step, and you ask what to heal, what was your life, was everything fine, what was with your parents, and so on, and then you ask, okay, what do you want me to heal in your case? And they can tell you what to heal. And also you can ask for advice, which is very helpful. You can ask, for example, your ancestor could be very rich and very successful in business. You can say, okay, I want to make business. Please give me some knowledge. Please help me. Please give me your, he can even transfer you his skills, his business skills. You can ask, please connect to me, please transfer me your business skills. And it's also possible. So, and actually lots of things can be done in this work. You may ask a question, okay, but we did a disconnection from a family line. Why do we need to heal it, right? But we also ask this question. Actually, when we do disconnection from the family line, it cannot break completely. Because they are your ancestors, you have their DNA and everything, you have karmic connections. But you just, when you disconnect from family line, you just break, let's say, very close and strong connections, which does not let you to grow. Sometimes, if your family line is already dying, if your family line is still healthy, is okay, then does not make sense to disconnect. But in many cases, family line is dying, and then you need to disconnect. But anyway, if you are disconnected, you are still connected, but less connected. That's why you need still to heal your family line, because you still receive energy, you still receive lots of influence coming from your family line. Okay, it's like, let's say, theoretical part, but this all is coming out when you start work, the real work.
Yury, if I may, I would just add one thing that you didn't mention, which is you do not need to know the names of your ancestors. You do not need to know your family tree. Like, I do not know all the names. You can just, you will be working with great-great-great-grandma, and she will tell you everything, okay? So you do then channeling with great-great-great-grandma, and you don't necessarily need a name or the details. So that's the good part. And I think if you guys are in the spiritual realm, people address what we are talking about here as breaking generational curses. I'm sure you've heard of this before. Like, I think this is the same thing, but we just figured out a very practical way of how to actually go about it, how to actually completely heal it. Not only, part of it. It's like, yeah. So those were the two things I just wanted to add, which I think are, you might wanted to ask about.
Thank you, dear Veronica. And actually, I can say that after doing this healing, my life has been changed a lot. So it was really very efficient. And I'm very grateful to Veronica for this work. I realized I understood many things about my ancestors. I connected to them. They gave me lots of wisdom and knowledge. And I understood many things about my parents, about my grandparents, why I had some troubles and so on. And actually, it was very helpful, really. And lots of pure energy is very, very strong thing. When you connect to the healthy level and you connect to this pure energy, it's very strong, really.
Yeah.
So
I just want two more things, and I'll be quiet. So the tube, I like the metaphor of tube, or you can imagine even blood. Like it's like we are, once you heal certain level, it's like you release the clot in your blood system. So it's like releasing those clots. So eventually you do not get a heart attack, right? Once you release all those clots. So that's always a very nice way to look at it. And the second thing is your ancestors. Like you might ask, like, okay, so why do I actually want to do this? What's in it for me? Like I will help the ancestors. And why would you want to be in touch with them? Why would you want to reconnect with your great grandmas? Is that they get to see your destiny. That was, I think, the biggest finding we found with Yury, that actually you can ask, okay, great grandma or your grandma that you've loved, or grandpa, whomever, what would you recommend me to do? As you see my destiny, you actually see where I'm supposed to end up. So, you know, like energies used to play with us, and because they wanted us to be, you know, they had their own agenda, I would say, because they have things to do in this universe as well. But your ancestors, they want you to succeed, because the more you succeed, the more they succeed as well. It's like a lineage of energy. So I thought that was also very, very like you want to heal your family line, because you will have the lineage of advisors coming from your mother and your father who are always there for you. Even once you heal it, you can always reconnect with them, especially with the healthy levels. And that's all I wanted to say.
yeah, thank you, Veronica. I absolutely agree. And I would add that actually your ancestors, they are your support group. And they are your support team. They want you to succeed really a lot, because if you succeed, they succeed. And the more energy you give to them, the more you heal them, the more they can actually help you. And also another thing, that when you heal your family line, you actually heal thousands of people, not only you, because all your ancestors, they are living somewhere now. They have next lives. And when you heal all of them, they are healed in their next lives as well. So you actually help thousands of people. It's very efficient. And that's why this work cannot be done fast. Because when you do something, usually you need to wait for a couple of days or even weeks, because sometimes it's a huge shift in your life, and also in lives of many other people at the same moment. Your parents, your grandparents, your children, everybody is influenced, because it's a net. You know, this family line is a net. So you cannot do it really fast. It's not good to rush with this work. And it's good to ask lots of questions. It's good to ask your family line energy or material energy or any energy with whom you feel better to work with your family line, to ask what are the next steps, when is it better to continue, and so on. So it should be like in dialogue mode. This work should be done in a dialogue mode, because you never know what any change will cause in the future. Okay, guys, do you have any questions, or we can start working with Sinem?
Actually, Maria asked, is there a time that, for example, those ancestors are actually not helping us moving forward? Which I would reply that if there is a clot, then it's like a stuck energy on that level, and then you are not able to receive energy from those ancestors. So then you guys are not helping one another, because it's like a clot. Only, you know, as much as possible. You know what I want to say. It's a clot. But maybe Yury, you have a better explanation. Like,
yeah, absolutely the same. I actually see it as a stream of water which is coming from mountain, and it can be blocked by a tree or like some damage, and then you remove, not blood as Veronica.
Yeah, I'm such a warrior always, like
yeah. blood everywhere.
Yeah, just
girls, it's all right.
Yeah.
So then you just clean this stream of water, and the water is coming much faster. And this water is energy. It's like fresh energy from Mount, which is coming towards you, and everybody is in benefit in this case, right? When you clean it. So I see it this way.
Burcu, you have a question. Go ahead.
It's not a question. I just wanted to say sorry. The moment to introduce Francisco has kind of passed, and I just never got to the moment of actually asking you guys if that's okay. He's out for a call now. He's also a spiritual person doing a lot of stuff, but is it okay? And also, do you feel comfortable? So I just realized that I haven't communicated that with the group, and just wanted to make sure that it's okay that he's there in the call. If someone has a problem, I can send him away. That's no problem at all.
No, let him stay.
It's too late. He's
Right.
ready.
Just so Sinem knows, we will, before you start healing your family line with Yury, we will stop this recording, which is informative, which we can post on YouTube, and we will record a separate video, which we will post on our a Google disk where only we will have access. So it's so Sinem, you've asked for privacy, so so yes, that's how we will go about it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind any of the members watching it, but not any other.
Which is understandable, completely understandable. So just so you know, we've discussed it before with Yury, and we will go about it like this. All right.
Yeah.
I think there was one more question from Maria. How long does it take? I think with Yury, how long did we work with your family line? It was like 2 months?
It was 2 months, yeah, approximately.
2 months?
I would say it's 2 months, but it depends on the situation. How difficult is it? But with
and intensity, I think even intensity, it was quite a priority at that time in your life. So we really focused on that, and we had was it everyday calls? I don't even remember anymore.
I think every 2 days.
Every 2 days, yeah.
Yeah, because every day you actually need some rest after the session. Yeah, we did it pretty much fast, but maybe it's not even for everybody to do it so fast. So it depends on your situation.
Yeah, I like what I've noticed, because I've started healing a family line of somebody else as well. We connected the person to, because you have basically 4 branches, right? Because your parents have parents. So it's like your mama has parents, so those are 2 branches, and then your father as well. And with this person, I went for 1 branch, we connected there, and I think the 2nd branch as well. And then now we are having a rest period, and we will get back to it when the person feels ready, because the changes in life are quite spectacular. Even in my case, in the case of my friends. So
cool. Thank you, Veronica. So if we don't have any questions for now, then we can just stop the recording and start another one.
Okay, so just wave for the people who will watch, as always. As if we were saying goodbye. Okay.